So sadly now, this has become a thing. Hi guys, this is Connie, and I've attempted vlogging in the past a couple of times. Actually, I have a playlist of everything that isn't recently been Connie Reads somewhere. Future Connie has a hard time posting links in the description because focus and such. But yeah, I shudder to call this Connie Cries because it just sounds too perfect, but at the same time, I don't title it as a cry for help. I title it because if you don't know my story and you don't understand why, as I'm coming to terms and understanding why this is going to potentially be a continuous thing throughout my life, yeah, it was frustrating to me. I'm getting ahead of myself. So today is July 21st, 2016. It's a Thursday, and in approximately 40 minutes, I'm going to have somebody come over and help me clean the house because we have company coming, and I don't want to clean the house by myself. And truth be told, the last week or so, I've had no self-motivation to do just about anything. I've been a little under the weather. I felt like I've had some congestion and sinus pressure here. And obviously something's going to happen here because of the crying. But earlier in the week, I had a doctor's appointment, the regular women's wellness checkup. And unfortunately, ever since I had my miscarriage in January, every time I go to see my doctor, it triggers and stirs up a lot of those feelings of loss and sadness. And I don't fault my OBGYN. My doctor has been phenomenal, and if you want a recommendation, I highly recommend her. Like, she impressed my parents, which to impress my parents with so many other things without blah 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 blah. She impressed my parents, which is a huge bonus point, especially with walking through the loss of baby button Tryon. Like, anyway, I'm coming to the realization that there are just going to be rough times, rough patches, rough periods of grief. And I understand that we're in our first year of loss. And so a lot of people are incredibly understandable. They're like, this just happened not too long ago. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I ever got brave enough to post one of the meltdowns I had in February, because a month after, I was a hot mess. I didn't even realize. Like, I knew I was in a bad place. But I didn't realize till a month or two out from that I was like, wow, February, I was a legitimate, massive, morning mama hot mess. And so, it just makes me sad that unfortunately right now, every time I go to the doctor that I see about my female reproductive system, it always stirs up, hey, this happened. It was a wonderful, happy time, and then it wasn't. And I got a little surprised how upset I got, especially yesterday, because it's not that you get over a loss like that. That is the wrong thing to say. You learn to adapt to a new normal, and it's sad and it's sucky, but we are strong people, and we adjust accordingly. We move forward, hopefully. And I had thought that I had kind of resolved a lot of things in my heart. I thought that I was past the point of completely losing my everything, and just, like, I have not. guttural sobbed the way that I did yesterday, and I don't think I'm done, which still surprises me because I couldn't believe how upset that I had got through all of this. That given it's been several months removed. So, it's July. This happened in January. So we're about half a year's removed. It was going to be difficult, especially in June, because June 4th was Button's due date. So that was kind of sad, but it was kind of okay. And now that we're a month out from the due date, I wonder if it's just kind of refreshing and kind of going through I feel like I'm a semi-hot mess again, because there's no way, like yesterday, it took me 18 to 20 minutes to do this. And I kind of held back, but I kind of let myself go. I honestly don't think the world needs to see me it was, I've never experienced panic attacks before, but that is the closest thing I understand a panic attack to potentially be, and it was frightening to me because it was not a reaction I anticipated ever having to loss, to being sad, to being overwhelmed, to being just in mourning. And I feel like this, you could tell I'm trying to fight it back, because the point of making vlogs is to convey a message, to share your life, and I can't do that if I'm completely incapacitated in my voice. So, but apparently, and I think I'm finding a bit more peace in the fact that this apparently is a normal reaction to a terrible situation. That there are going to be days, and I've talked with people who have been very strong in supporting me that have walked through similar situations, and they said, years can go by and it could just be something that and suddenly you're off and it feels new, it feels fresh again, and it just reminds me, I have to continue. There's a lesson that I've been learning about forgiveness, and it's been incredibly strong and profound, and I need to continue to keep meditating on it. But basically, learning to forgive myself, learning to I don't want to say forgive God, because I know that this wasn't something that was God's fault, which I'm sure is a whole nother story for a whole nother time, but just learning to relinquish control, not just let it go and move and get over it, but learning to relinquish control of it. I don't need to let this continue to control me. I need to, if I'm a follower of Christ, I need to learn to continue to relinquish it into the hands of my Heavenly Father, who loves me unconditionally and has nothing but the best intentions for all of us. We are made in His image, and He loves us, and even though the world is fallen and broken and sometimes does not choose to acknowledge that He exists, much less created all of us fearfully and wonderfully made as we are. Nothing is perfect in this world, and bad things happen all the time, but it's how we respond and react to those sufferings that help us remember. If it doesn't redefine us, it reminds us who we are. And yeah, I know this is not the worst thing on the planet that could happen, but it's really, really bad. And I know that through those tests and trials and all of those different things that we come out stronger as people, and it's okay to cry, because I like to do it a lot. So who knows when's the next time that I'll probably end up like this again, but until then, be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you. I think 10 minutes is definitely long enough. Bye.